Jake Morrison stood on the observation deck of Luna Base, watching the alien ships appear one by one in the darkness of space. Each vessel was massive, easily 10 times larger than Earth's biggest warships. The aliens had come in force this time, bringing ships from 12 different species that made up the Galactic Council. The first ship to arrive was the largest of all. It stretched nearly 20 miles from front to back, covered in strange crystals that pulsed with blue light. Jake knew this was the flagship of the Galactic Council, a ship called Sovereign Unity. Behind it came others, each one different in design but all carrying the same message of power and threat. Jake touched his communication device. "Control, this is Admiral Morrison. The alien fleet has arrived. Count shows 36 ships total, positioned beyond Mars' orbit." The voice that answered was calm but tense. "Copy that, Admiral. President Brooks wants to speak with you in 10 minutes. Jake nodded to himself. Nathan Brooks had been preparing for this day since he took office 3 years ago. Everyone knew the aliens would come eventually. First contact 50 years ago had not gone well, and relations had only gotten worse as humanity spread to more worlds. Across the solar system, Captain Lisa Taylor received the same alert on her ship, Defiance. She was orbiting Europa when the alien fleet appeared on her sensors. Her crew was already at battle stations, weapons charged and ready. Lisa had been in space combat before, fighting alien raiders who tried to destroy human colonies. But this was different. This was the entire Galactic Council fleet come to end humanity once and for all. "Captain, we're receiving a transmission from the alien flagship," reported her communications officer. "Put it on the main screen," Lisa ordered. The image that appeared was of a tall, thin creature made of what looked like living crystal. Its voice was cold and mechanical when it spoke. "I am Speaker Velthar of the Galactic Council. We address the species known as humans." The aliens' words were translated by computer systems that humanity had built using captured alien technology. Every human ship and base in the solar system was receiving the same message. "Humans have violated the ancient laws of the galaxy," the alien continued. "You expand too quickly. You fight too fiercely. You refuse to accept proper authority. The Galactic Council has decided that humanity is too dangerous to continue existing." Jake felt his jaw tighten as he listened. The aliens had made similar threats before, but never this direct. "You have 72 hours to surrender all military vessels and installations," Speaker Velthar announced. "You will submit to Galactic Council authority and accept relocation to worlds we choose for you. If you refuse, your species will be eliminated completely." The transmission ended, leaving space quiet except for the hum of ship engines and life support systems. On Mars, Dr. Ryan Parker received an urgent message at the research station. The tall, thin scientist had been working on secret projects for the past 10 years, ever since alien attacks on human colonies had begun. Now his work was about to be put to the test. Ryan activated his secure communication link. "Control, this is Dr. Parker. I'm beginning final preparations on Project Reaper. All systems are ready for activation on your command." The voice that answered was Colonel Amy Davis, head of Earth's most classified military programs. "Copy that, Ryan. Begin the countdown sequence. We may need everything you've built very soon." Ryan looked at the massive underground facility beneath the Mars research station. Hidden from alien sensors by layers of rock and metal, the facility housed humanity's most powerful weapons. Weapons that could destroy entire fleets if used correctly. President Brooks spoke to his military commanders from the secure bunker beneath Washington. The room was filled with screens showing the positions of alien ships, human forces, and colony evacuation procedures. "How long do we have?" Brooks asked. 72 hours, sir," replied General Kevin Wright. "All our forces are moving to predetermined positions. The colonies are evacuating as planned." Brooks nodded. Humanity had been preparing for this moment for decades. Every military commander knew their role. Every ship captain had sealed orders. Every colony had emergency protocols. "What about our hidden assets?" Brooks asked. "All operational, sir," Colonel Davis reported from her command center. The aliens have no idea what we've really been building. Out here. On Titan, Commander Steve Johnson prepared his squadron of fighter ships. The pilots under his command were young and determined, volunteers who knew they might not survive the coming battle. But they also knew that humanity's survival depended on making the aliens pay dearly for every human life lost. Listen up, Steve told his pilots over the communication system. The aliens think we're primitive. They think our ships are weak and our weapons are outdated. Let them think that. When the time comes, we'll show them what humans can really do. Similar preparations were taking place on every human world and space station. Captain Nicole Brown commanded a secret base hidden in the asteroid belt, where humanity's newest and most powerful warships waited in the darkness. These ships had been built using technology taken from defeated alien raiders, improved with human engineering, and powered by energy sources the aliens had never seen. On Luna Base, Jake Morrison met with his senior staff. The room was filled, with Earth's best military minds all focused on the challenge ahead. The aliens are confident, Jake said. They think 36 ships are enough to destroy us completely. They don't know about our hidden bases, our new weapons, or our real capabilities. Commander Rachel Green, head of Earth's elite marine forces, spoke up. Our boarding teams are ready, Admiral. If we can get close to their ships, we can take them. The question is whether we'll get that chance, Jake replied. These aren't raiders looking for easy targets. This is the full military power of 12 alien species, all working together to wipe us out. Lieutenant Colonel Sam Mitchell checked his equipment one more time. His special operations team had trained for years to fight aliens in close combat. They carried weapons designed specifically to kill alien species, armor that could protect against energy weapons, and training that emphasized the brutal efficiency humans were known for. The countdown had begun. In 72 hours, humanity would either surrender to alien rule or fight the largest battle in human history. But as preparations continued across the solar system, one thing became clear to every human involved. They would not surrender. They would not accept relocation. They would not allow their species to be eliminated by aliens who thought humans were too dangerous to live. The Galactic Council had made one critical error in their planning. They had threatened Earth itself, the homeworld that every human would die to protect. Now they would learn why humanity had earned its reputation as the most dangerous species in the galaxy. The 72 hours passed quickly. When Speaker Velthar's deadline arrived, the alien fleet moved closer to Earth, expecting to receive humanity's surrender. Instead, they received a message from President Brooks that was broadcast across all frequencies. "Come and take it," Brooks said simply. The words were broadcast not just to the alien fleet, but to every human colony, every ship, and every military base in the solar system. It was humanity's answer to the ultimatum. There would be no surrender. Admiral Morrison watched from Luna Base as the Galactic Council fleet began its attack formation. The alien ships spread out in a wide arc, their weapons charging with energy that made space itself glow with strange colors. These weapons had destroyed entire civilizations before. The aliens were confident they would do so again. The first wave of human ships moved to meet them. Captain Taylor's Defiance led a group of 12 vessels that looked small and outdated compared to the massive alien warships. The aliens had seen similar human ships before during raider attacks. They knew these vessels carried simple nuclear weapons and basic energy guns, nothing that could threaten ships designed to conquer entire worlds. Commander Johnson launched with his squadron of 60 fighter ships. The small craft raced toward the alien fleet at maximum speed, their pilots pushing the engines far beyond normal limits. To the aliens, it looked like a desperate suicide attack by primitives who didn't understand how outmatched they were. Speaker Velthar watched the approaching human ships from his command center. "These humans are even more foolish than we thought," he told his staff. "They send their weakest ships against our strongest. We will destroy them all within minutes." The alien weapons opened fire first. Beams of pure energy lanced across space, targeting the human fighters. Several ships exploded immediately, their hulls unable to withstand the alien weapons. But the remaining fighters continued their attack, not even trying to dodge or defend themselves. Then something unexpected happened. As the human fighters closed to near-contact range, they began to explode. Not from alien weapons, but from their own internal systems. Each small ship became a miniature star as its fusion reactor overloaded, releasing energy equivalent to a nuclear weapon. The coordinated kamikaze attack caught the aliens completely off guard. 60 fusion explosions tore through the forward line of the alien fleet, overwhelming their energy shields and cracking the hulls of ships that were supposed to be indestructible. "What are they doing?" Speaker Velthar demanded, as his fleet's formation broke apart. "Why are they destroying their own ships?" The answer became clear when Captain Taylor's battle group opened fire. The weapons that emerged from the human ships were nothing like what the aliens expected. Instead of simple energy beams, the human ships fired solid projectiles at nearly the speed of light. The railgun rounds punched through alien armor like it was paper, causing massive damage to ships that had never been seriously hurt in battle before. But the real surprise was still coming. Captain Brown's hidden fleet emerged from behind Jupiter's largest moon, revealing ships that dwarfed even the alien flagship. These vessels had been built in secret asteroid shipyards, powered by energy sources the aliens had never seen. Black holes contained in magnetic bottles provided unlimited power for weapons that could crack planets. The alien fleet tried to retreat, but found their way blocked. Lieutenant Chris Adams appeared in his experimental stealth ship, invisible to alien sensors until he was already among their largest vessels. The quantum mines he planted on their hulls detonated simultaneously, converting matter directly to energy. 3 alien dreadnoughts simply vanished, their atoms scattered across light years of space. Speaker Velthar realized with growing horror that humanity had been hiding their true strength. Every piece of alien technology captured during raider attacks had been studied, improved, and turned into weapons designed specifically to kill alien ships. The humans had spent 50 years preparing for exactly this battle. "All ships, emergency, retreat," Velthar ordered. "Form defensive positions beyond the asteroid belt." But the human attack was just beginning. Admiral Morrison activated hidden weapons platforms throughout the solar system. What the aliens had thought were simple mining stations and research bases suddenly revealed massive gun batteries and missile launchers. The entire solar system had been turned into a fortress designed to trap and destroy any alien fleet. Colonel Davis coordinated the defensive grid from her command center on Ceres. The quantum interdiction field she activated prevented faster-than-light travel, trapping the alien fleet in normal space where human weapons could reach them. The aliens found themselves caught in a carefully planned kill zone. Dr. Parker's research finally paid off as the first quantum cascade weapon fired from the Mars facility. The beam reached across millions of miles in an instant, striking an alien battle group. The cascade effect began immediately, breaking down matter at the quantum level and spreading to nearby ships. In seconds, an entire formation of alien vessels was reduced to cosmic dust. The alien fleet was in chaos. Ships that had conquered dozens of worlds were being destroyed by humans they had dismissed as primitives. Energy shields that had protected them from planet-killer weapons failed against human railguns. Armor that could withstand nuclear explosions cracked under the impact of singularity weapons. Commander Green launched her marine assault teams in boarding pods designed to punch through alien hulls. The human marines wore powered armor that made them nearly indestructible, carrying weapons that fired miniaturized black holes. They had trained for years to fight aliens in close combat, learning the weak points of every species in the Galactic Council. The boarding action on the alien flagship was brutal and efficient. Green's Marines moved through the ship like a plague, their weapons cutting through alien defenders who had never faced opponents willing to die to complete their mission. Human adaptability and ruthless efficiency proved superior to alien technology and numbers. General Wright watched the battle unfold from his command center, coordinating ground forces that were fighting alien landing parties on several human worlds. The enhanced human soldiers, equipped with alien biotechnology and armed with weapons that targeted alien neural networks directly, proved devastatingly effective against enemies who had expected easy victories. The tide of battle had turned completely. What was supposed to be humanity's extinction had become the Galactic Council's worst nightmare. The alien fleet that had arrived to destroy Earth was being systematically annihilated by humans who refused to give up and who had turned every disadvantage into a weapon. Speaker Velthar watched his fleet burning in the darkness of space and realized the truth. Humanity was not just another primitive species to be conquered. They were something the galaxy had never seen before, a species that became more dangerous the more desperate they became. The Galactic Council had made a fatal error in trying to destroy them. The battle was far from over, but already the outcome was clear. Earth would not fall. Instead, it would be the aliens who faced extinction in the cold depths of space. The Galactic Council fleet was in full retreat, but Admiral Morrison was not finished with them yet. From Luna Base, he activated the final phase of humanity's defense plan. Across the solar system, hidden bases that had been disguised as asteroid mining operations began to reveal their true nature. The largest of these was located in the asteroid belt, where Captain Brown commanded a facility that stretched for hundreds of miles through the hollowed-out interior of a massive asteroid. As the outer shell fell away, it revealed shipyards containing vessels that made the alien flagship look small and primitive. Speaker Velthar stared in disbelief as human ships larger than anything his species had ever built emerged from their hiding places. These weren't the simple patrol boats and cargo ships the aliens had been fighting. These were true battleships, designed from the beginning to destroy entire fleets. The lead ship of Brown's battle group was called Vendetta, and it lived up to its name. The massive vessel bristled with weapons that drew power from contained singularities, energy sources that provided unlimited firepower. When Vendetta opened fire, its first salvo completely destroyed 2 alien cruisers and damaged 3 others. How is this possible? Velthar demanded of his science officers. Our intelligence said the humans had only basic space technology. The answer was becoming clear as more human capabilities were revealed. For 50 years since first contact had gone wrong, humanity had been preparing for exactly this confrontation. Every alien raider attack had been a learning opportunity. Every piece of captured technology had been studied and improved. Every failed alien assault had taught humanity something new about their enemies. Colonel Davis coordinated the system-wide attack from her command center on Ceres. The quantum interdiction field she controlled made it impossible for the alien ships to escape into faster-than-light travel. They were trapped in the solar system with an enemy that had spent decades learning how to kill them. Dr. Parker's weapons research proved devastating as more quantum cascade weapons came online. The Mars facility launched a coordinated barrage that consumed an entire alien battle squadron. The cascade effect spread from ship to ship, breaking down matter at the subatomic level and releasing energy that lit up space like a new star. The alien fleet tried to regroup near Jupiter, but found their path blocked by more human forces. General Wright had positioned ground-based weapons on the planet's moons, turning each satellite into a fortress. The aliens found themselves under attack from directions they hadn't even considered. Commander Johnson, now flying one of the new stealth fighters, led a squadron of ships equipped with cloaking technology, reverse-engineered from captured alien scouts. The human fighters appeared and disappeared like ghosts, striking at alien vessels and vanishing before return fire could find them. Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell's special operations teams had boarded several alien ships, fighting their way through corridors designed for creatures 3 times the size of humans. The Marines adapted quickly, using their smaller size to move through areas the aliens couldn't defend and striking at critical systems with weapons designed to exploit alien biological weaknesses. The boarding action was particularly successful on the alien support ships. Commander Green's Marines discovered that many of the alien species had never fought opponents who were willing to die to complete their missions. The alien crews, used to enemies who surrendered when faced with superior force, were unprepared for humans who fought to the last breath. Captain Taylor's Defiance, though damaged in the early fighting, continued to engage alien vessels with weapons that the Council had never encountered before. The ship's experimental black hole cannon drew power from a contained singularity, firing projectiles that created temporary gravity wells capable of crushing alien hulls. The psychological effect on the alien fleet was as devastating as the physical damage. Species that had ruled the galaxy for thousands of years found themselves outmatched by primitives from a world they had planned to destroy in a single day. The confidence that had carried them through countless conquests evaporated as human ships systematically hunted down and destroyed vessels that had been considered invincible. Speaker Velthar made a desperate decision. Realizing that conventional weapons were ineffective against the humans, he activated the Council's ultimate weapon, a planet killer that drew power from nearby stars. The massive device began charging, preparing to destroy Earth itself even if it meant sacrificing the remaining alien fleet. But humanity had prepared for this possibility as well. Admiral Morrison revealed the final secret that Earth had been hiding for 50 years. Luna Base was not just a military installation. The entire moon had been hollowed out and converted into a weapons platform of unprecedented size and power. The moon's surface split open like a flower, revealing gun batteries that stretched from horizon to horizon. Missile launchers the size of cities prepared to fire planet cracker warheads. Energy weapons that could shatter asteroids charged with power, drawn from the Earth's own magnetic field. Dr. Parker's voice came over the communication system from his control center deep inside. Luna, all weapon systems are online, Admiral. Luna Base is ready to engage. The transformed moon turned its weapons on the alien planet killer, just as the device prepared to fire. The battle that followed lit up the solar system with energies that could be seen from Earth's surface. Beams of pure destruction crossed the void between Luna and the alien weapon, while explosions that dwarfed nuclear weapons created brief new suns in the darkness of space. The alien planet killer, designed to destroy worlds, found itself outmatched by a world that had been turned into a weapon. Luna's weapons tore through the device's defenses, causing critical failures in systems that had never been damaged before. The ultimate weapon of the Galactic Council exploded in a fireball that consumed several alien ships caught too close to the blast. Captain Brown's Vendetta led the final assault on the alien flagship. The massive human battleship engaged Speaker Velthar's vessel in single combat, weapons that had been designed to kill gods meeting shields that had protected tyrants for millennia. The battle was fierce but brief, ending when the alien flagship's power core overloaded under the sustained attack. The surviving alien ships found themselves surrounded by human forces that outnumbered them 3-1. Weapons platforms emerged from hiding places throughout the solar system, revealing the true extent of humanity's preparations. The entire region of space had been turned into a trap designed to capture and destroy any alien fleet. Speaker Velthar, his flagship crippled and his fleet scattered, finally understood the magnitude of his species' mistake. They had attacked a world that had spent 50 years preparing for their arrival. They had underestimated an enemy that became more dangerous when threatened. They had tried to destroy a species that refused to be destroyed. The battle was nearly over, but the consequences were just beginning. Across the galaxy, other alien civilizations watched in shock as the mighty Galactic Council fleet was systematically annihilated by humans they had dismissed as primitives. The balance of power in the galaxy was about to change forever. With most of his fleet destroyed or crippled, Speaker Velthar made one final desperate gamble. Deep within his damaged flagship, he activated an ancient weapon that the Galactic Council had sworn never to use. The Star Drain was a device capable of drawing energy directly from a solar system star, using that power to create a weapon that could destroy entire planets. Admiral Morrison watched from Luna Base as the alien flagship began to glow with stolen starlight. Energy readings showed that the aliens were drawing power from the sun itself, slowly draining the star that gave life to Earth. If the weapon completed its charging cycle, it would release enough energy to crack Earth's core and turn the planet into cosmic debris. All ships, priority target is the alien flagship, Morrison ordered. They're charging a Starkiller weapon. We have maybe 10 minutes before they can fire. Captain Taylor's damaged Defiance was the closest human ship to the alien flagship. Her vessel had taken serious damage in the earlier fighting, with hull breaches on 3 decks and half her weapons offline. But Taylor knew that her ship might be the only one capable of stopping the alien superweapon. "Engineering, I need everything you've got," Taylor told her crew. "Overcharge the fusion reactors. I don't care if it burns out every system on the ship." The Defiance accelerated toward the alien flagship at maximum speed, her damaged hull groaning under the stress. Taylor's plan was simple and desperate. Ram her ship directly into the alien weapon system and detonate her fusion reactors in a suicide explosion that might disable the star-draining device. But before Taylor could complete her sacrifice, Dr. Parker revealed humanity's ultimate secret. From deep within the hollowed-out interior of Luna, massive energy weapons began to emerge. These were not the conventional guns that had been used earlier in the battle. These were weapons that tapped directly into the quantum structure of space itself. "Admiral, this is Parker." The scientist's voice came over the communication system. "Luna's quantum cannon is online. We can disrupt their star drain with a focused quantum pulse, but it will take everything we've got." The moon itself became a weapon as Parker fired the quantum cannon. A beam of pure energy that existed outside normal space-time lanced toward the alien flagship. When it struck the star-draining device, reality itself seemed to bend and twist around the impact point. The alien weapon, designed to channel stellar energy, could not handle forces that operated on the quantum level. The star drain exploded in a cascade of energies that tore through dimensions humanity didn't fully understand. The alien flagship, caught at the center of the quantum disruption, began to break apart as its hull was subjected to forces that existed outside normal physics. Speaker Velthar felt his ship dying around him as quantum energies ate through the vessel's superstructure, his command center filled with smoke and the screams of dying crew members as systems failed throughout the ship. The aliens had never encountered weapons that attacked reality itself. Captain Brown's Vendetta led the final assault on the crippled alien flagship. The massive human battleship closed to point-blank range, its guns firing continuously into the enemy vessel's exposed core. Brown's weapons were designed to exploit the weaknesses of every alien species in the Galactic Council, and they proved devastatingly effective against a ship that was already falling apart. Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell's boarding teams launched from the Vendetta, their assault pods punching through the alien ship's failing hull. The human Marines who fought their way through the flagship's corridors found a vessel in chaos, with alien crew members fleeing toward escape pods and critical systems failing throughout the ship. The boarding action was led by Commander Green, whose Marines had trained specifically for this moment. They moved through the alien ship with brutal efficiency, their weapons designed to kill every species that served the Galactic Council. The aliens, used to fighting enemies who showed mercy, were unprepared for humans who had none to give. The final confrontation took place on the flagship's command bridge. Speaker Velthar faced Commander Green and her assault team, knowing that his death would mark the end of the Galactic Council's power. The crystalline alien was wounded and his ship was dying, but he still tried to negotiate. "You cannot destroy us all," Velthar said through his species' mechanical translator. "The Council has ruled the galaxy for 10,000 years. We offer you membership in our organization. Join us, and your species will be spared." Green's response was delivered through the barrel of her plasma rifle. "The Council is finished. Humanity doesn't negotiate with species that threaten our homeworld." The alien leader's death marked the effective end of the Galactic Council fleet. With their flagship destroyed and their commander dead, the surviving alien ships began to surrender or attempt escape. But Admiral Morrison was not interested in taking prisoners or allowing any aliens to leave the solar system alive. General Wright coordinated the mop-up operations from his command center on Mars. Human ships hunted down the remaining alien vessels with ruthless efficiency, ensuring that none would escape to report humanity's true capabilities to other hostile civilizations. The message had to be clear. Any species that threatened Earth would be completely destroyed. The battle's end revealed the full extent of humanity's hidden preparations. Weapons platforms that had been disguised as simple research stations throughout the solar system revealed their true nature. Asteroid mining operations turned out to be hidden shipyards. Even some of the outer planets had been converted into fortress worlds, ready to defend against alien invasion. Dr. Parker's research teams began analyzing the wreckage of alien ships, collecting technology that would make humanity even more dangerous in future conflicts. The quantum cascade weapons had proved their effectiveness, but Parker was already designing more powerful versions based on alien science captured during the battle. President Brooks addressed the human colonies from Earth, his message broadcast to every world where humans lived. The victory over the Galactic Council fleet was complete, but Brooks knew that the real war was just beginning. Other alien civilizations would learn about the Council's defeat, and some would seek revenge. Today, humanity proved that we will not be intimidated or destroyed by aliens who think they can control the galaxy, Brooks said. We've shown that human determination and ingenuity can overcome any threat. But this victory is only the beginning. We're going to make sure that no alien species ever threatens Earth again. The aftermath of the battle showed the solar system filled with the wreckage of what had once been the most powerful fleet in the galaxy. Alien ships that had conquered, entire civilizations floated as twisted metal and cooling plasma. Destroyed by humans they had underestimated, the Galactic Council's last voice had been silenced forever, but the echoes of humanity's victory would spread across the galaxy. Commander Johnson, now promoted after his heroic actions during the battle, began preparations for the next phase of human expansion. The captured alien technology would allow humanity to build ships capable of interstellar travel, carrying the war to alien worlds that had supported the Council's attempt to destroy Earth. 6 months after the destruction of the Galactic Council fleet, humanity had transformed from a species fighting for survival into the dominant military power in the galaxy. Admiral Morrison stood on the bridge of Earth's newest flagship, the battleship Retribution, as it emerged from faster-than-light travel at the edge of the former Galactic Council capital system. The alien homeworld of Centauri Prime had once been the center of galactic government, a massive world where representatives from dozens of species made decisions that affected trillions of beings. Now it was humanity's first target in a campaign of systematic revenge against every species that had supported the attempt to destroy Earth. Captain Brown commanded the human expeditionary force from her flagship Vendetta, leading a fleet of ships built with technology captured from the destroyed alien vessels. These new human warships combined the best of alien engineering with human innovation, creating weapons platforms unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. The defense fleet, guarding Centauri Prime, was impressive by the standards of the old galaxy, but pathetic compared to the forces humanity now commanded. Nearly 200 alien ships moved to intercept the human fleet, their commanders confident that their home system's defenses would be enough to stop the primitive humans. They were wrong. The first salvo from the human fleet demonstrated just how much Earth's military had advanced since the battle for the solar system. Quantum cascade weapons fired from extreme range, reaching across millions of miles to strike the alien defense fleet. Entire formations of alien ships simply ceased to exist as their matter was converted to energy at the subatomic level. Dr. Parker watched the battle from his mobile command center aboard the research vessel Discovery. The scientist had spent the past 6 months studying captured alien technology, developing new weapons that pushed the boundaries of physics itself. His latest creation was a device that could destabilize a planet's core from orbit, causing geological disasters that would make worlds uninhabitable. The alien homeworld's planetary shields, designed to protect against conventional orbital bombardment, proved useless against human quantum weapons. The energy barriers that had protected Centauri Prime for thousands of years collapsed within minutes as human ships targeted the shield generators with precision strikes. General Wright coordinated the ground invasion from the command ship Liberation. Human Marines, now enhanced with alien biotechnology and armed with weapons that fired contained singularities, prepared to land on a world where no human had ever set foot. Their mission was to capture the surviving Galactic Council leaders and gather intelligence about other hostile alien civilizations. The landing was opposed by alien ground forces that had never faced human military tactics. Commander Green's enhanced Marines moved through the alien cities with devastating efficiency, their powered armor protecting them from weapons that had never been designed to fight such small, fast-moving targets. The psychological impact of the human invasion was as important as the military victory. For 10,000 years, the Galactic Council had ruled through fear and intimidation. Now their capital world was burning under human bombardment, and their military forces were being systematically destroyed by the species they had tried to eliminate. Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell led the assault on the Council's government complex, fighting through alien defenders who had never experienced defeat on their own homeworld. The human special forces moved with brutal precision, using weapons and tactics that the aliens could not counter or understand. The capture of the surviving. Council leaders provided humanity with intelligence about the galaxy's political structure. Under interrogation, the alien officials revealed the locations of other hostile civilizations, trade routes that connected alien worlds, and weaknesses in the defenses of species that had supported the attack on Earth. President Brooks addressed the captured aliens from his office in the former council chambers, making it clear that humanity's victory was complete and permanent. The room where galactic policy had been made for millennia now served as the headquarters for human expansion into the wider galaxy. Your galactic council threatened to eliminate humanity, Brooks told the alien prisoners. You failed, and now you face the consequences. Every species that supported the attack on Earth will be held accountable. Every world that contributed ships to your fleet will be occupied by human forces. Captain Taylor, recovered from her injuries during the solar system battle, commanded the newly established human colonial fleet. Her ships carried the first wave of human settlers to worlds that had been abandoned by fleeing alien populations. These colonies would serve as bases for further expansion and ensure that humanity could never again be threatened by alien civilizations. The transformation of galactic civilization was rapid and complete. Species that had been oppressed by the HFY Galactic Council for centuries began to rebel against their former rulers, encouraged by humanity's example and supported by human military forces. The rigid hierarchy that had controlled the galaxy for 10,000 years collapsed within months. Commander Johnson, now an admiral in charge of humanity's interstellar navy, established naval bases on worlds throughout the former council territory. These facilities allowed human ships to patrol vast regions of space, hunting down alien raiders and protecting the growing network of human colonies. The technological revolution that followed humanity's victory changed the nature of warfare throughout the galaxy. Dr. Parker's research teams, working with captured alien scientists, developed weapons that made the quantum cascade devices look primitive. These new technologies ensured that humanity would remain the dominant military power for generations to come. The final act in humanity's transformation, from threatened species to galactic superpower, took place on Earth itself. President Brooks signed the charter establishing the Terran Federation, a government structure designed to manage humanity's growing interstellar empire. The ceremony was broadcast to every human colony and military base in the galaxy. In his speech, Brooks reflected on the journey that had brought humanity from near extinction to galactic dominance. 6 months ago, aliens came to our solar system planning to destroy us. They thought we were too primitive to resist, too weak to fight back. They were wrong. Today, humanity controls more territory than the Galactic Council ever did, and we're just getting started. The former speaker Velthar, one of the few surviving council leaders, watched the ceremony from his cell in a human prison facility. The crystalline alien had witnessed the complete destruction of everything his species had built over millennia, replaced by a human empire that was expanding faster than any civilization in galactic history. The prison where Velthar was held had once been a council facility used to break the spirits of rebellious species. Now it housed the leaders of the former galactic government, forced to watch as their former subjects thrived under human protection. The irony was not lost on the alien prisoners, who realized too late that humanity's greatest strength was not their technology or their weapons, but their refusal to accept defeat. As the ceremony on Earth concluded, human ships throughout the galaxy received new orders. The phase of retaliation was complete, but the phase of expansion was just beginning. Humanity had proven that they could destroy any enemy, but now they had to prove they could build something better than what they had torn down. The galaxy would never be the same. Where once alien tyrants had ruled through fear, humans now offered protection to any species willing to accept their leadership. The Galactic Council's last voice had been crushed, but in its place arose something far more dangerous to future: tyrants, the voice of freedom, backed by the military might of a species that refused to surrender. The age of human dominance in the galaxy had begun, and it would be measured not in centuries, but in millennia.